So it should only be about another 10, 11, 12 days or so before we're able to go back into live broadcasting for you. Excited to be able to do that. And we'll probably be putting off our super duper epic interview with Bob Sanders of the Great White Brotherhood. Jay's working on that until we're able to go live. But I just want to thank you for your great support and your encouragement, even during the time when we can't go live, because we're still putting out great info, if I may say so myself. And some people have said they almost prefer it because some people think I get a little distracted with the chatters. I like to think about it as being interactive with the people that care enough to watch this channel. But, there's room for everyone to have their input. And since I don't agree or disagree anymore, I'll just file that away and make mention of it. And one thing that you don't have to agree or disagree with is just a fact. I want to apologize to many of you for the slowness in the ordering process. Let me just tell you the flat out truth. My life has been chaos the last few weeks and months, and I've been just trying to keep my head above water in a storm, ladies and gentlemen. So I apologize for letting things not getting things done the way they should have been done. I spent the whole day today, and we'll spend the whole day tomorrow. I'll be 100% caught up with all rod orders and all cards of truth orders, and we are back above water. We're back on solid and firm and dry ground. No worries about going under anymore. And I have everything 100% back on track. And all I can ask is for your forgiveness. There's no excuses, but that is the reason. And everything is A1, A plus effort, A plus actualization now, back and ready to rock and roll. So if you've made orders from me, be they rods, be they Mystec, or be they cards of truth or books, they will all be fulfilled by Tuesday at the latest. And this is Sunday. And feel free and confident to go ahead and make more orders if you need these products. And my services are available to you, especially the live track. You've got to do it. I'm going to start talking more about it because it came up big time in the Secret Science book. So anyway, my apologies. I wish there was a fancy reason or a fancy answer, but there's not. It just is what it is. I was trying to keep, I was, when you ever been in the ocean and it's really a bunch of waves and they're coming at you and you're just trying to keep your head up, and every time you try to take a breath of fresh air, you get a mouthful of water and you feel like you're going under. Well, that was me for the last several weeks and few months. So my apologies, and it is what it is, and we are where we are, and that's a really good place. And we are today on the last tablet of Thoth. The 14th I listened to, didn't really find anything that I wanted to bring to you. But the 15th tablet, wow. The 15th tablet is transformational. The 15th tablet jives with what I've been talking about in reference to the order and chaos, in reference to optimism and pessimism, the things that Wayne and I talked about on the program this morning, the Not Your Normal Sunday show. Please go to this channel and watch it. And the Emerald Tablet number 15, which is the last, this is it. We're finished with the Emerald Tablets. And Thoth said that this was the secret of secrets, this Emerald Tablet number 15. And that's pretty big when you're talking about the secret of secrets. There's a lot of secrets, some of them good, some of them bad. But the secret of secrets is the way to unfold the God-man. This secret of secrets shows you the way to unfold the God-man or the God-woman, depending upon whom you are. What we talk about today is the secret for how you unfold the divinity within you and how you become the walking, talking, living, breathing, divine, sovereign, and free being that you really are. And it all comes down to the understanding of darkness and light. And Thoth says in this tablet that darkness and light are of the same nature. Darkness and light are the same thing, essentially. And what he says is they're of the same nature because they all deal with the concept of order. Dark is disorder. Light is order. So we could rightly say that dark is chaos and light is order, or maybe it keeps it in a better linear frame of mind for us to say that dark is disorder and light is order. There's a lot of power in order. There's no power in disorder, but the greatest power, ladies and gentlemen, and I've been talking about this, and it's interesting that I just talked about what I talked about at the beginning of the show, because the greatest power, the truest power, according to Toth, is not order, but the greatest power is disorder transmuted into order. So the real power is not light, but darkness transmuted into light. The real power is not order, but disorder, chaos transmuted into order. And we're going to start talking about that. I'm going to do some more broadcast excellence later this evening. I'm going to go through the New Testament, and I'm going to look at the passages that talk about light and dark. Only we're going to look at them as order and chaos, or order and disorder, and see what secrets of secrets we can pull from that. This is going to be life-changing stuff, folks. And I think some of you are like, wow, I can't wait. And I'm with you. I can't wait either. But darkness is nothing more than disorder. Darkness is nothing more than chaos. And light is nothing more than order or order. And that's powerful. And that's really the big takeaway from Emerald Tablet 15, that and the fact that we in this incarnation are physical, astral, and mental beings. We have a threefold or a triune nature, and it's not what you think it is, but we have a mental, we have an astral, and we have a physical nature about us. And what we really learn from this is that when we put these things together, and this actually came from the 14th tablet, that wisdom with love brings true power. Wisdom with love brings true power. Dark is disorder, light is order. We are physical, we are astral, we are mental. Powerful stuff, deep thoughts, and just begin to think about how you can apply this in your life. And we're thinking about darkness as this nebulous, undefinable entity, this boogeyman that we can't really get we can't really get our minds around to even begin to identify it, much less than be able to defeat it. And when you think of darkness as only disorder, it's not a boogeyman anymore. We all know how to deal with disorder. You order it. If you walk into a room and it's filled with disorder, what do? Do you throw your hands up in the air? Do you get scared? Do you cry? Well, you might, but you shouldn't. You're silly if you do. No, you just roll up your sleeves and you go to work and put the disorder into order. That's all you have to do with your life. That's all you have to do with your world. Reduce it to the simple. Reduce it to the silly if you have to, because it really is silly. The things we panic about, the things that we OMGs about, the things that we lose our minds about, the things that we lose our control about, the stupid things we do are just because we lose our minds. And it all comes down to order and disorder. Those of you that don't have emotional discipline have disorder in your emotional life. And that means that there's disorder somewhere in your spiritual life. There's disorder somewhere in your personal life. And you'll either clean it up or you won't. But sooner or later, you'll be alone trying to clean that stuff up. It's easier to do it with some help. But we're going to start looking through the New Testament text and talking about order and disorder, light and dark. And there's going to be some tremendous truths come from that. I think of just the Old Testament. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. The earth was without form and void, right? And darkness was upon the face of the deep. Chaos was upon the face of the deep because of the rebellion of Yahweh. And what did God say? The God said, let there be light. In other words, let there be order. See how simple that is? More of that to come. I'm going to get some study done here on, or maybe we'll start there with Genesis 1:1 and talk about light and dark, chaos, order and chaos. Because sometimes starting at the beginning is a really good place to start. See, folks, this is how we indoctrinate ourselves. This is how we create ourselves. This is the inside job. This is it, folks. Learning, asking questions, questioning answers. I'm Jeffrey Darty. This is New Cosmic Knowledge. I do wish you love and light. Salute you for being here, seeking after truth. And cousins, we are the last generation of real humans. Let's be a generation that stays humble and kind. Let's be a generation that is that has wisdom, that is controlled by love, and that makes us powerful. And since we got all that, let's get busy.